Today I want to tell you a few things I didn't know when I started mountain biking that I wish that someone told me. Here on the climb that I took on my first mountain bike ride ever 1.5 years ago, and I had to stop here, 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 and finally here. I came back here a few rides later. Instead of 5 rests, I managed to do the whole thing in one go. The sense of progression is very satisfying, especially in the beginning. Someone left a love letter to our government. Under the snow, there's a lot of loose rocks. On my fully rigid 97 mountain bike, these downhills were really sketchy. On a modern bike, they are a breeze. So in this case, a cheap old bike was holding me back. Spokojnie, śmieszne. Cześć. Czemu? Dzisiaj jest łatwo. Tatra Mountains. The only alpine range in Poland. Fortunately, you cannot ride there. A few weeks ago, I had a conversation with my friend that rides gravel on flat terrain exclusively. He told me he believes mountain biking to be a risky sport. 2 years ago, before I started riding, I would have agreed with him. I wouldn't say that's the case today. Of course, it can be risky if you're pushing yourself too hard, but risk management is a part of this sport. And it takes some time and experience to learn how to read the terrain and the conditions around you, so that you keep yourself safe. Sometimes you'll crash, and crashing is also a part of this sport. Note to my former self, don't be afraid of crashing, learn how to crash. After you crash the first, second, third time, you're not afraid and you're loose on the bike. 1, you're less prone to crashing. 2, if you do crash, you probably won't hurt yourself that hard. In case you're wondering why I have the mask on all the time, when the air is so cold, when I'm using my mouth to breathe, I get warmer air. Cześć. Skąd idziesz?
No, z Bikiki. Tak, no było na Kiczory.
No właśnie, jakie znaki czory?
Někdy takým tunelem, ale,
no.
Ale dobré, myslím, že by ho šlo.
Dobra, to spróbujemy.
Spróbuję, uvidím.
Dobrze. Ahoj, nasledano. Spruce trees in the winter. Unfortunately, we have less and less spruce trees here in Beskid. They keep on dying, but it's a story for another day, because it breaks my heart. And these are the mountain forests I remember from my childhood. There is something magical about them. Oj, dzięki wielkie. point. Maximize fun. I think it makes for a good rule of thumb if it comes to bike purchases or starting in a race. If it makes you want to ride more, it's good. If it doesn't, it's bad. I think it's the most important of today's thoughts. Let's see what awaits us on the road. Can you see down there? It's not fog, it's smog. Fun fact, Poland has been put on the list of developed countries a few months ago. So did you know that there's a first world country where people still use coal, wood and trash to get themselves warm in the winter? I don't like to bash my country, but it pisses me off so much that I have to. Let's see what this last downhill has in store for us today. Tatras again.
Remember, you're watching the Weather Channel. We want to be your primary for
Welcome.
Should I go down this chute or not? I'll try. Yes! Steeper than it looks on camera. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me for another ride. See you next time.